Hello YouTube, Kemo Sabi here, coming at you with another video. So this one's off of the Spruce webpage, and here we have how to store root vegetables so they stay fresh longer. Tips and Tricks by Collen, Vanderlinden, updated 1/1018. We put so much work and thought into our gardens, and there's nothing like being rewarded with a bountiful harvest of potatoes, carrots, or radishes. But what if your harvest was a little too bountiful? Sometimes the garden provides much more than we can eat today or even tomorrow. Some crops we grow specifically to store, and it is heartbreaking to watch the fruits of our labor shrivel up into crisper or get soggy and rotten before we can enjoy them. Food always tastes best when it's freshly harvested, but knowing how to store your root veggies properly can both help retain some of that great garden fresh flavor and prolong the amount of time it will keep. With that in mind, here are the best ways for storing some of the most popular root vegetables. How to store root vegetables. Beets. Cut the tops off. Brush off any soil, but don't wash them. Store your beets in an open bowl or another container with a damp towel or paper towel set over the top. Don't refrigerate. Carrots, cut off the top, brush off any soil, store in a cool place, the refrigerator, crisper drawer, or lower shelf. In an open container, they need to be kept moist to stay crisp, so wrap them in a damp towel. Celerac. Wrap individual roots in a damp towel. Store in your refrigerator's crisper drawer. Garlic, remove the foliage and let the garlic sit out in a dry spot for a few days to cure. Brush off any soil and store your garlic in a cool, dark place. Garlic bulbs can be stored in bowls or baskets. Just make sure to check stored garlic regularly for any mushiness or signs of sprouting. Onions, remove the foliage and let the bulbs cure for a few days in a dry spot. Brush off any soil and store in a cool, dark place. It's better if you can avoid placing onions in bowls, since they need good air circulation. Store them in old stockings or a mesh produce bag. Hang it if at all possible. Parsnips, remove the greens, brush off the soil, best stored wrapped in a damp towel in the crisper drawer. Potatoes. Harvest, brush off any soil, let them sit out to dry a bit before storing. Store potatoes in a cool, dark place. They can be stored in baskets, bowls, or even paper bags. Try to avoid storing potatoes too close to onions, as this can make them go bad more quickly. Radishes, remove the greens, brush or wash off any soil. Radishes can be stored in the refrigerator in a bowl covered with a damp towel. Sweet potatoes. Harvest, let the sweet potatoes skin dry before storing. Clean off any soil and store your sweet potatoes in a cool, dark place that has good ventilation. They can be stored in bowls or baskets. Turnips. Remove the greens and clean off any soil. Store turnips in a container covered with a damp cloth, best stored in the refrigerator, crisper, or lowest shelf. Don't forget the greens. Several of the root crops listed above also have edible greens, so when you remove the tops from your turnips, radishes, or beets, don't toss them out. Store the greens wrapped in a damp towel or paper towel in an airtight container. They should be stored in your refrigerator. Why waste half of the harvest, right? Beet, turnip, and radish greens are delicious, added to soups or stir-fries, and smaller leaves are greater added to raw salads. Root crops are pretty easy to store and will store well for quite some time. Now you can be assured that all your hard work doesn't go to waste. So hopefully you enjoyed that nice little video about how to store your root vegetables. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, everybody. Leave me with some comments. Thanks a lot, everybody. Kemo Sabi out, and we'll see you in the next one.